Life is a roller coaster of events, unfolding simultaneously with seasons and reasons attached to them. Overcoming the hurdles life throws is evidently important to having a fulfilled life. And in the buzz of stress, disappointments, and the test of failures, negative spike can smuggle in, corrupting our being, so it is evidently important that we grid ourselves internally from the locks of negativity. Life is an act of survival that unravels with overwhelming challenges, circumstance and obstacles, lessons, experience, pain, memories. They are accumulated and some propel negativity, which can construct a negative mindset. I personally have been bonded by my negative implant. My mind got infiltrated at a point in my life with a sense of fear sprouting in my perception and grafted to my thoughts. My identity got eclipsed by the fear that I became a portrait of depression and I drowned really low. And things nabbed a positive turn when I took up responsibility for my development and applied these directives and tips. These tips will orient your life positively and will drive the wheel of nurturing and cultivating a positive mindset. Before we proceed, I want to state that nobody can change law. I don't mean to sound cliché, give me a moment to explain, but he who hungers for change already has the ingredient for a positive mindset. The mind of a man is not something anybody can change, no one can, as we are born based on the way we embrace the instructions and tutoring of our environment. We build up our mindset to grow in whatever way we have learned. Psychologically, we replicate what we see and are exposed to. So, anyone who already wants a change of mindset to a positive one already has it, he or she just need to groom it and see it. 1. Believe first, believe you have it. That shows you are on the path of growth, it shows you are ready to learn and you are pro-learning new stuff. Believe in your inner guts, that's the first stage. There will be a fierce battle with doubt, so believing itself isn't going to be easy. The greatest battle ever fought is in the mind, it's within yourself. Something is always coming to challenge what you say you are and you have to be prepared and equipped to face it. Knowing fully well that everything you ever want is in you, the positive mindset is in you, you aren't really changing, you are only discovering who you really are and what you are meant to be. The world has taught us wrong all these years, saying change is constant. We don't really change, we only discover things about ourselves we never were able to tap in before. Knowledge is everything. That's what makes us seem as though we changed, and the sweet flame that spawns this discovery is curiosity. Curiosity triggers our thoughts and propels us on a journey to discover more about ourselves, and when we find answers, boom, we become enlightened, which seem as though we changed. 2. Be conscious in the struggle and bustle of surviving, living, meeting with your goals and schedules. We don't raise pillars of consciousness in the center zone of our minds, so certain things can infiltrate into our subconscious and corrupt our being entirely. Accumulation of negative forces don't happen with the flick of a finger. It doesn't just find its way in and take charge. It starts with little things as we reinvent ourselves on the journey of discovering. Several attitudes are traded for failures, and we keep nurturing it. Sometimes we are not even conscious that this negative spur and seed are germinating, and we water it by harboring more negative thoughts. And one thing about negativity is that the ability to expose it renders it useless, and to do this we have to be conscious to know when the negative spur is lurking around and strip it. Certain ways to build up your level of consciousness is by journaling and meditation. By meditation, I mean simply reflecting and channeling into the spiritual side. You can strive for consciousness by journaling sacred and introverted thoughts. There are certain things we can't tell people, that leaves us perturbed. It's not everything we have the opportunity to sit down and expose, or to have a soul session or soul talk with individuals, but we can always strip our thought on paper. It is so therapeutic. Writing and journaling really helped me so well, especially if you come from a secluded background. You exposing your thoughts to certain people may actually bring a barrier or paint a grease picture of you, so I felt so much comfortable striping my thought on paper. You are able to vomit a lot of constipation. 3. Declaring positivity through positive affirmation. Positive affirmations are strict reminders and declaration of your worth. It's a magnet that pulls your declaration to manifestation. I am needed by the earth to function. The sky is an empty sheet aching for my glitters. The earth is a dance floor waiting to be configured by my footsteps, so I am going to manifest and shine. Positive affirmations are the declaration of positive terms repeatedly that it sinks in. Recite them in the morning, evening. Engrave them in your journal. It is very therapeutic. Learn to use more positive words. In fact, create a catalog of positivity in your mind and detest from negative phases. You can get more motivational, thrilling and directional daily positive affirmation in my free ebook Roots. 4. Gratitude. Adopt gratitude syndrome. Be thankful for the things the universe has brought your way rather than preserving negative thoughts, unhappiness or confusion. Sometimes we sit down and mumble about certain things that happen in our lives when we need to draw charts of thanks. You'll observe that there is so much to be grateful for. Do not let the beam for survival gets to its peak and swallow you, or let negativity sway into the mind. You have to cultivate the spirit of thanks. You have to purse gratitude in every phase because season happens for a reason, so be thankful. It's not often easy, but learn to channel your mind that when you go through adversity it makes you better. When you develop and cultivate a habit of gratitude, nothing is taken for granted, rather the reason in every plight, every molehill, and every bridge is appreciated. Gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions, and it is so sad that it isn't practiced as often as we raise bars of negativity and worry. In the hustle and bustle of surviving, the more you express gratitude for what you have, the more likely you will have even more to express gratitude for. If you center your mind on things you don't have the elasticity of, your dissatisfaction will keep expanding. Remember, gratitude is riches, complaint is poverty. 5. Self-care and compassion. Life isn't a race but a journey, navigating through the oceans of sorrows, climbing through the mountains of fears, and walking down the valleys of rigidity. So do not compare your flight at any pace, rather let the process unfold your light and allow hope to soak your bones as you evolve from the chaotic outcast into your journey. Reflect on your journey as everything unveils, every step that nurtures your growth, sculpture and forges you into a stronger person. Everything cannot and will never be perfect. While striving for goals, engraft a positive mindset that it accumulates and sinks into your subconsciousness. Even if things fall apart or take an odd turn, keep your mind and conscious thought anchored on positive accumulation. Replace those negative indictments with positive thinking rather than complaining, harboring negativity bred by self-criticism, perceived flaws, weakness, unhealthy comparison, and negative self-talk. Perfection is a mirage of satisfaction. It prevents growth, so rather than dwelling on perfection, tap into positivity. 6. Surround and soak yourself with positivity. Know that you are in charge, you are in control. Your reaction to certain events matters, so synchronize your mind to positive situations, avoid comparison and complaints. Do not wrap resentment around your development and growth. Encourage yourself by the things you consume, by the knowledge, by the people that you keep around. Simply get around positive people. We fail to realize and bookmark into our center zone of thoughts that indulging into the seasons and recognizing our strength in every phase is our greatest empowerment, and so much of our becoming is buried beneath the debris of falling, rising and healing again with adamant strength. Developing a positive mindset is an inner work, watering, edifying of your thoughts, getting rid of stale energy, getting to the core of issues, stripping you light and illuminating the shadows. As you bloom into full potential, diving into realms of discovery, remember you are divinity. A lighthouse of treasures wrapped in flesh, an embodiment strapped with magic. Your soul has been layered with stardust. Your breath resurrects flames smoldering in the remains of ashes, so let your reflection be guided by your inner potential. Unfold the layers of lightning in your pores with a passionate cut. Access now. http://bit.ly/beliefs-law of attraction. I attach link below description. And follow it.